I'm Ilana. Welcome to Oh You're Catholic. That was way too robotic. Hi, I'm Ilana. Welcome to Oh You're Catholic in this episode entitled Oh Lent. Lent is one of the 6 seasons in the liturgical year, and I'm going to quote Pope Francis in saying, Lent comes providentially to reawaken us, to shake us from our lethargy. Lent is personally my favorite liturgical season, and that's because I suffer a lot, and most of us suffer a lot, but I would say that I'm one to lament. I would say that some lament more than others. I am 100% a lamenter. Uniting my suffering with the suffering of Jesus in the sorrowful mysteries, which are his passion, his way to the cross for dying for our salvation, is personally one of my favorite things to do. We all can get stuck in a time of grief and sadness. We should not and cannot stay there because that leads us to despair, and despair is a sin. If Lent's coming right now in a time of your life when you're carrying heavy crosses and they feel too hard to bear, I want you to remember that Jesus is there with you, equally yoking in that suffering with you and helping you bear those crosses. And, God came down to earth as man and understands, suffering even worse than some of the suffering that we go through as humans. God as man experienced all of our sufferings and pains and then some. He knows. I would invite you to click down in the description box to the Jeremy Camp song called He Knows, if you would like to listen to that now and then come back or keep watching or click on it after. Lent, the word itself, comes from spring, and spring is a time of new life. Lent is the 40 days leading up to Easter, and the liturgical season of Lent itself carries us to the next liturgical season, which is known as the Easter Triduum. And the Easter Triduum is 3 days: Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday, which then leads us to Easter Sunday, which is Easter and the next liturgical season. The liturgical color for Lent is violet, which most of us just call purple. And like the season of Advent, where one of the weeks is rose, I had to throw that joke in there, so too is the 4th Sunday of Lent, which is Laetare Sunday. Lent is a time of performing acts of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, which are considered Lenten penances or promises. There are several biblical foundations that represent the 40 days of Lent, one being when John the Baptist baptized Jesus, and then Jesus went into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights where Satan tempted him, and where he also fasted for those 40 days and 40 nights. And then when he exited the desert, he went on to perform his public ministry that we hear about in the Gospels. It's through Lent that we get to personally experience temptation like Jesus experienced in the desert with Satan. So through Lent, we sometimes become tempted to fail our Lenten promises and penances. For example, prayer, which would be a spiritual fight, and fasting, which would be a physical fight. So I'm just here to say, buckle up, because spiritual warfare is real. On another note, Lent is also the time for final spiritual preparation for those adults that would like to enter the Catholic Church through the rite of Christian initiation, also known as RCIA. We call them either catechumens or the elect. They become part of the body of Christ in the Catholic Church on the Easter Vigil, and also partake in most of the Sundays of Lent leading up to Easter. Please join me in praying for the current catechumens and the elects on their journey home in this time of Lent. If you like this video, please like and share, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.